Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute fine art floral rectangular treat box. I love this paper. This is my favorite pattern in the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. I want to give a quick shout out for the inspiration to fellow demonstrator Jez Carpenter from Nigeza Creates. She created a very similar box to this. I've Pixie-fied it a little bit, changed the measurements, and added this little sort of milk carton top to it. But inside it holds a little box of mini raisins. That's one thing that will fit. It's a little bit of a snug fit, but it will fit in there. You can fit other treats in here as well. And I'm going to show you how to use that beautiful gilded leafing with the heat and stick powder, and it's a really quick and easy treat box to make. The rectangular part of this box measures 2 inches by 1 1/4 inches by 3/4 inches. And what I love about this box is it only uses a sheet of 3" by 6" designer series paper. So you can actually get either 2 of these out of a sheet of 6 by 6 or 8 of these out of a sheet of 12 by 12. I love that. No paper waste. Great project to use up your scraps. So let me show you how easy this is to make. So I'm starting again with a piece of 3" by 6" of the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. If you have a directional pattern, you want to cut it landscape. And along the 6" side, I'm going to score this at 2 inches, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. Then I'm going to rotate it clockwise, and we're going to score this at 3/4, 2, and then I'm going to flip it and score it at 2 5/8. And that's because the top of that box is going to fold the opposite direction. I'm flipping it back over and then rotating it counterclockwise back to where we started. And I'm going to make 2 short score lines at 2 3/8. I'm going to stop at that first horizontal score line, and 5 1/8. Again, stopping at that first horizontal score line. It's probably hard for you to see those short score lines. Maybe a little bit easier here on the back. We're going to use those score lines to do our diagonal score lines. All right, so bringing in the template, it'll be easier to show you on the template here. Where we made those short score lines, at the bottom of that short score line, we're going to score on the diagonal, just like so, meeting up with basically the lower corners of this little, it's actually a rectangle, but looks like a square. So again, scoring on the diagonal, and I like to just bring my ruler, place the stylus where I want it to start, and then bring the ruler to the stylus and then score that way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this piece. If it's easier for you to see, it's actually going to be easier for me, I think, to see this on the back side here. I'm going to flip this. This is not my normal ruler, so let me flip it upside down so I can get closer to the cardstock here. And I'm just going to score. All right, probably tough to see those diagonal score lines, but they're there. Next, I'm going to come in and fold and burnish on all the score lines. And then remember, on that very top score line, I'm going to fold it backwards, like so, okay? So now I'm going to come in, we're going to remove this lower rectangular corner here. I'm also going to come in and notch slightly on that side tab. Then I'm going to cut up each of the vertical score lines, stopping at that first horizontal score line. And then folding these big sections out of the way, I'm going to come in and then just angle cut on these tabs. Then I'm also going to come in and angle cut just right here on the side tab. All right, so that now looks like our template. Next, I'm going to grab some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to flip this over, fold on the second score line from the left, and then I'm going to apply liquid glue to that little side tab. Then I'm going to fold from the first score line on the right, and those should line right up there. So now that this is our back seam here, I'm going to fold in the side tabs and then put glue on those little side tabs and then that front flap as well. I'm going to fold from the back, then the front, and because it's liquid glue, I can just kind of line this up and slide things into place. One of my favorite things about liquid glue. I'm just going to grab the bone folder and just press from the inside. Okay. So now I can pinch. I'm going to put my fingernails right here and pinch. And those diagonal score lines we made, everything's going to just fold right into place. How cute is that? All right, I'm going to grab the box of raisins to put in there. And then let's go ahead and get this decorated. All right, we're going to be using the Art Gallery bundle. I'm going to stamp the sentiment "Thank You" in Pretty Peacock, and then I'm going to stamp this bunch of flowers in Versamark, and then we're going to put some heat and stick powder over it. Then using the Floral Gallery dies that are part of the bundle, I'm going to use this piece to cut out the thank you sentiment and this piece to cut out the flowers. All right, so let's do the messy part first. I've got Versamark ink in my stamp set. Okay, and then I'm going to pour some heat and stick powder. I've just got a piece of copy paper here that I've got folded in half. I'm going to leave this scrap paper out to try to capture some of the gilded leafing, but I'm going to go ahead and open this first so that it's ready to go. And then I've got my heat tool here. Let me heat this up really quickly. All right, so that should be nice and sticky, and then I'm just going to grab some flakes of the gilded leafing and just touch that and just press it right on the stamped image. And you can kind of just move things around with your finger. Have fun making a mess here. There we go. And I actually found a tool that really helps with this is our blending brushes. So I've got one kind of dedicated for the gilded leafing here. These come in a pack of 3. And let me close this before I make a bigger mess here. Then I'm just going to kind of burnish that into the heat and stick powder so that we can start to see our stamped image emerge. And there we go. Look how pretty that is. To clean up my mess, I'm going to grab just a lint roller and pick up any stray gilded leafing pieces. There we go. Then I'm going to stamp "Thank You" in Pretty Peacock. Then I'm going to die cut both of these pieces with my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. All right, those 2 pieces are ready to go. So first I'm going to put liquid glue on the back of the floral piece. And I'm just going to kind of put that off to an angle here. Then I've got a trio of mini dimensionals. I'll put on the back of the sentiment. And we'll pop that on front. And I have these adorable clever clasps from the mini catalog. I'm going to grab a gold one. And then I'm going to tie a little double loop bow using the Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. This is the gold from that pack. Beautiful trim here. I've just cut 2 strands. I actually just want to feed them through just one little section of that clever clasp, and then I'm just going to kind of let that hang and tie a bow here. All right, the bow's there on the clip, and then we can pinch this cute little rectangular treat box closed. And there we have it. I love how this looks with that beautiful Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. This really is a quick and easy treat box to make. You can close it in so many different ways, embellishment in many different ways for so many different occasions. But I love that it only uses a 3" by 6" piece of paper. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. And if you don't want to miss a thing, you can subscribe to receive blog updates via email, and you'll receive an email each time I publish a new post. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and it's a great way to fill your wish list for less. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join, and I'd love to welcome you to the Stampin' Up! Family and my team of Paper Pixies. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like free catalogs from me, you can submit a catalog request at thepaperpixie.com/happymail. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.